few moments to settle there. Find your breath. So this might mean placing your hands on your lower belly, and as you inhale, notice the rise of the belly, and as you exhale, the fall of the belly. And then as you breathe in and out, enjoying the rhythmicity of your breath as it washes over you, cleansing you, refreshing you. Bending both knees into the chest, give yourself a gentle squeeze, and perhaps a little rock from side to side. Taking your arms wide, roll your knees to the right and turn your head to the left. Left leg bent, raise your right leg and either hold the back of your thigh or calf or foot, or perhaps you can loop a yoga strap around your foot and pull in the right leg. So you can use the weight of your arms or hands on your foot to stretch your hamstrings. Trying to keep your calf on the floor. So each breath in and out, you're finding a little more length in the pose. Bend your left leg, release the strap, and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Dorsiflex the foot to stabilize the knee joint, pushing the right thigh away. Just hold there for a moment, opening up at the hip joint. And then when you're ready, you might want to hug in the back of the left thigh or the left shin, reclining your head to the floor. If your head doesn't touch the floor, perhaps a block underneath your head will give you the support you require. We're stretching through the right buttocks, just taking steady breaths. Releasing the tension in the gluteal muscles. And release your hands, left foot to the floor. Keep that leg arrangement and roll your knees to the right, using the weight of your right foot to help lower the left knee down to the floor. Perhaps you'll feel this in your lower back on the left side, in quadratus lumborum. And the final piece is turning your head to the left. Steady breathing in and out. shin. Steady breaths. See if you can tuck the chin in so that you're long through the back of the neck. Noticing what you notice. You're not always going to feel the stretch where I say. You'll stretch wherever's most tight and where you need to feel it, so that's okay. Release the hand grip, right foot to the floor, rolling your knees to the left. You can take your arms wide and look towards your right shoulder. Little spinal twist. This is the yin part of our practice before we get into our dynamic flow. On the in-breath, brace yourself, untwist. Exhale, uncross your legs, hold onto your shins and rock yourself up to sitting. And in a little nurturing pose, wrap your arms around your shins, chin to chest, and bring your head towards your knees so you're rounding your back in a C curve. Set yourself an intention. Inhale, lift your chin. Raise your right arm in the air, take it underneath your legs and hold onto your left ankle. Pull that foot back and then pull your right foot back. So you're actually in Gomukhasana with your feet splayed out, knees stacked on top of each other. If that's not possible, try elevating the hips by sitting on a block. If it's still not possible, just come to a regular cross-legged position. Now we're going to hold this and commence some pranayama. So not usual to do it here. So allow those hips to open. You could keep your left hand on top of your knee. Take a breath out together. Nadi Shodhana. Take your right hand with your pointer finger and index finger between your eyebrows. Let the ring finger and thumb slide down to where the nostrils flare. Inhale. By blocking the left nostril, inhale through the right side. Block the right nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left side. Exhale through the right nostril. In through the right. Exhale through the left nostril. In left. Out right. Continue the practice by keeping your own count, perhaps a little slower. Blocking alternate nostrils as you go, breathing in and out. Do one more round. Once you finish exhaling through the right side, just let your hands return to your knees. Find your normal, natural breath. Easy breathing through both nostrils. In and out through the nose. Inhale, sit up tall. Take a big twist towards your right. In that twisted shape, raise your right arm right up in the air. Reach from the ribs and then take your right hand up and over to the left corner, the left front corner. Your arm is over your ear. You can gaze up towards the ceiling. Stretching along the side of the body, perhaps still into the hips. So our purpose here is just to unblock the energy centers in the body. creating more space. Each breath out, right hand getting a little closer to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, untwist. Lean back, press your palms to the floor with your fingers forward. Uncross your legs, bring your feet to the floor. Lift your buttocks high up so you're in a tabletop position, hips as high as your shoulders, and look back if your neck permits. And you could also add a little bit of a rocking, moving the hips towards the knees and back. And as you move the hips forward towards your knees, feel that stretch through your biceps and deltoids. Just check that your palms are down with the fingers facing your heels. 2 more breaths. Look forward. You're going to gently lower the buttocks as far as you can towards your feet and on the floor. Hang out here with really bent elbows, stretching anterior deltoid. So that's the front of the shoulder. And then just move your buttocks back. We'll go to the other side. Release your arms. Left arm is going to reach up, reach it underneath your legs and hold on to your right ankle. Pull your foot back, and then you can do the same with the other foot. So knees are stacked on top of each other, sometimes rolling forward into Gomukhasana like this might help. And the feet are equally splayed away from your buttocks on both sides. Make sure you're not sitting on your foot. Use the same setup that you did on the other side. Give yourself a moment to find the pose. And then we'll commence Nadi Shodhana by using the left hand. So left hand, index finger and middle finger go between your eyebrows. Let your ring finger and thumb slide down to where the nostrils flare. Take a breath in through both sides. Block the right nostril, exhale through the left. Begin, inhale left side. Block the left nostril, exhale through the right. In through the right. Exhale through the left. Slowing it down a little more. Hips are relaxed, exhale through the right. Keeping the breathing going at your own pace. See if you can slow it down to the original count that I gave you. Face is centered. Spine is upright with a gentle arch in your lower back. Let's do one more complete round of breathing. So we're clearing the nadis, the subtle energy channels of the body, and connecting the left and right hemispheres of the brain. That means we're going to be more fully integrated with our logical thinking side and our creative emotional side. Once you're finished, let your hands return to your knees. And then however you like, you could come out of this pose, perhaps just rolling forward and coming into a tabletop, or swing your legs behind you. 3 cat-cows. Move into child's pose just to position your buttocks at your heels and your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your palms, and then round your back, tucking the tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back, look at the ceiling, drop the ribs down. Exhale to your cat pose, chin to chest. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Add the right leg. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, bend the leg and bring your knee to your head. Do that twice more. Inhale, extending both ends, lifting, looking up. Exhale, knee to head. This time, lift your right leg and bend it. Reach your left hand back to grab your foot, and then lift your knee. So there's a back bend here. You're balancing on your left knee, your right palm. If you're steady, you could look over the left shoulder. One more breath. Release. Left hand to the floor, knees down, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin in, head to knee. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Lifting the left leg up, bend the leg, reach the right hand back. See if you can hold the foot and balance. And then once you're balanced, refine the pose by kicking the foot into the hand, lifting the chest and knee. Core is engaged. Releasing hands down, knees down. Tuck your toes under, lift your buttocks way up in the air, straighten your legs, and work your heels to the floor. Second toes are parallel to each other. And as you think about pushing the heels down, energetically push the heels out. Taking a breath in and out. This is our down dog, our resting pose. All right, see if you can bring your whole left foot to the floor. If it's not, you might want to just turn the foot in on a little angle. Shift the weight to the left foot, raise the right leg up in the air, and bend your leg. Take more weight into the right palm, and maybe you can take the left hand off the floor. Maybe you're going to hover it there, or do little hand taps. If you're steady, reach the left hand back and grab hold of your foot. You've just done this a moment ago with one knee on the floor. So it's just a little step up in difficulty in terms of balance. So keep the down dog. So keep plugging your chest back, lifting the knee, lots of weight in the right palm and left foot. Get some space between your right heel and your buttocks as you lift up in beautiful balance. And release. Left hand down. Take your right leg to pigeon pose at the top of the mat. Sliding the left leg away. On your fingertips, inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round down and tuck your chin in at the bottom. Back of the head leads. Inhale, lifting up, looking up. Exhale, rolling down. One more. This time we get to stay down. So perhaps you will reach your arms out in front and lower your head to the floor. If the floor feels a little far away, try a block underneath your head, or of course you could stack your hands on 2 fists. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale there. So just see how this goes for you. You're going to reach the left hand back and grab hold of your foot. You can always use a yoga strap there to bridge the distance, or lean onto your right buttocks. That will make it easier. More challenging, square the hips, which means turn your left shoulder and chest forward, and you could fold forward holding the foot if you like. So that will deepen the right buttock stretch and adding a left quadricep stretch. Inhale, let's lift up. Exhale, let go of the foot. Instead, hold on to your right foot. Take a quarter turn to the left until your buttocks is on the floor. Here, my butt's not on the floor. So that might mean bring the legs a little closer. They're still wide in a V with your right leg bent. Take a twist towards the right knee, the short leg. So you're aligning the left side of your torso with your left leg. Raise your right arm up and reach it up and over your ear and face. You could flex your left foot if you like. You're stretching the right side of the body, breathing in, reaching further away, breathing out, getting a little closer to your foot. So it's not necessarily the intention to touch the foot, although you could, but I want you to think about pushing the right knee down and lengthening through the quadratus lumborum, the right side of your lower back. Just think about the lengthening of things. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands at the top of the mat. Move into down dog. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. So we're going to the other side. So anchor the right foot. Raise the left leg up and bend it. So what I mean by anchor is put your right heel on the floor. So if it's lifted, maybe you want to just try and put your foot on a little slight angle. All right, all the way into the left hand. So you could take your right hand off and do little shoulder taps. And then if you're feeling steady, reach the right hand back to locate your foot and then lift the knee. You need to keep pushing your chest back to your right thigh, and you are actually looking back towards your right foot. Lift the knee, press the left palm into the floor. You're grounded, you're lifted. You're kicking your foot into your right hand. We're almost done. Release with control, right hand down. Take your left knee behind your left wrist for pigeon pose. Square the chest and the hips, sliding the right leg back until your left buttocks is getting closer to the floor. Come up onto fingertips, inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, roll down for 3. Tuck the chin in. And chin lifts at the top. Exhale, chest leads as you roll down. 2. And 3. Staying here, getting yourself comfortable. So remember, you can put your head on 2 fists or a block or the floor. Noticing what you notice, relaxing the jaw, the eyebrows, and of course the buttocks. And your inhalation lifting up. So if your left buttocks is not on the floor, you could lean to the left or chock a block underneath that hip. And then have a go of reaching for your right foot. You could stay upright to enjoy that quadricep stretch, or turn your chest forward and fold down. This is also another one that you can use the yoga strap looped around your right foot. Inhale, let's lift up and release the right leg. Use your right hand to hold on to your left ankle and bring your foot into the groin and just adjust yourself. Those legs aren't stuck, so make it so both sides of your buttocks are on the floor. Left heel to groin. This left thigh is rolling down and out in its hip socket. Take a big twist towards the left, sitting up tall on the inhalation. On the exhalation, twisting around a little more. Engage your right leg. Raise your left arm up, reaching up and up from your ribs. Be careful that left knee doesn't want to lift. And then reaching the right arm over somewhere in line with where your right foot is, and breathe and hold. Let the pose blossom inside of you. So just as flowers can't be rushed, the stretching of you can't be rushed. So while it's the intention to stretch the side of the body, if it's available to you, your left hand could bind your right toe. Inhale, coming up. Exhale to pause. Move your way back to down dog. So we're going to move through our flow now. From your down dog position, walk your feet to the top of the mat. When you arrive, feet together, just dangle your body upside down, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, hands to shins and look forward, or maybe fingertips on the floor, looking out to the distance. Exhale, palms down, tuck the chin in. Inhale, lift your chin, so lengthen through the front of the throat and then stand up. A little knee bend, we're arching the back as we come up. Look towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe in, reaching up, firm the front of your legs, spread your toes, root chakra moving down, crown chakra moving up. Exhale, swan dive. How's that neck? Keep the chin lifted, a little bend in the knees, sticking your buttocks out and chest lifted. And then once your hands touch the floor, press the palms down and then tuck your chin in. Inhale, look up to lengthen. Hold palm down, step your right leg all the way back into a really nice lunge and hold it here with your right knee on the floor. Inhale, reach your arms forward, up and back, cactus arms. Do that again, breathing in and up and back. Once more, we're releasing the hip flexor, warming up chest and shoulders. And release, hands down. Have a go of straightening the left leg, half Hanumasana, flex your foot. You don't have to be touching the floor here. Your hands could be on your waist or perhaps on a couple of blocks. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend through that left leg. Right knee off the floor, step it back to plank. And bend at the elbows, chaturanga. When you lower, you want your nipples between your thumbs. Inhale, move to your first up dog or bhujangasana, lifting your hands off the floor and lifting your chest. Hands down, lift to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in and out. Step the right foot all the way forward between your hands and put your left knee on the mat. Sink your hips. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sweep them back, bending at the elbows. Sweep it forward, up and back for 2. Last one. And 3. Release the hands to the floor, straightening the right leg, flexing at the ankle. Positioning your hands so that they're going to give you support. The waist, the floor, the blocks. Dorsiflex the foot. Deep stretch for right hamstring. And then bending the right leg. Step your left foot forward, feet together. Exhale, tuck your chin in. Inhale, lift your chin. Arch your back, little knee bend. Reach the arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go again. Inhale, reaching up. You can continue to step back like that, or perhaps incorporate a jump back. Inhale, look forward. Hold palms to the floor. Lift the pelvic floor. Bend the knees and jump back like you're pushing the floor. Lower the chest. Inhale, move forward at the bottom so ankles are pointed, ankles on the floor. Look up. Exhale, roll over the toes and down dog. Spread your fingers. Step your right foot between your hands and your left heel's on the floor even before you stand up, bending the right knee. Inhale, raise to warrior 1. Exhale, turn your chest to the left, warrior 2. Stay there for a breath in. And out. Raise the right palm, reach back to your sun warrior, reach all the way back, sliding the left hand down that back left straight leg. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, forearm to thigh, left arm sweep down across the body and reach it forward. You could hold it here or perhaps bringing the right palm down to the floor. Inhale, come all the way up to warrior 2. Pivot on your heels and turn your toes to the left. Squat down by bending your left leg. It's a side lunge into Skandasana. If it's available to you, see if you can keep that left heel on the floor and turn your right knee and toes up to the ceiling. We're going to lower the chest, maybe bringing the elbows to the floor. Keep the left arm on the inside of your left leg and take your arms wide. You could stay there or raise your right arm up, big twist, turning your chest towards the right. If it's not possible to squat like this, your alternative would be to kneel on the left shin and then just keep your hands on the floor. Enjoy that adductor stretch. To advance the pose, you're binding, wrapping the right arm around your back, left arm around your shin, and then turning your chest towards the right. Look up at the ceiling just beyond your right shoulder. And then release, hands down, quarter turn to the left. You're in a low lunge with your left foot at the back of the mat. Right palm in line with your left foot. Inhale, raise the left arm up, big twist. There's a lunge, there's a twist. Now picture this first, Vashisthasana side plank. You're gonna roll to the outside of your right foot and stack your left foot on top. Okay, you can continue to hold here. Or bend the left leg and place the heel high to the groin. Keep lifting the hips. So you're in a tree pose and a side plank. Keep lifting the hips. If you're steady, eye gaze can look at left thumb. Here's the transition. Take your left foot back behind you onto the floor, wild thing. How about this right foot? Turn the right foot so it points away from you. Reach up and back. Micro bend the right elbow so you're not hanging out in your joints. All right, look at the top of the mat. Left hand down. Move back to three-legged dog with your left leg up in the air. Bend the left leg. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Your right heel's on the floor before you stand up. Hips forward. Exhale, warrior two. Open the chest towards the right. Stay here, breathing in. And out, eye gaze down, left finger. Flip the left palm. Keep bending through the left leg. Slide the right hand down the back leg. Left arm lifts up and over in line with your face. Inhale, warrior two. Parsvakonasana, that extended side angle stretch. Forearm, left forearm to thigh. Sweep the right arm across your body and forward. So your little finger is facing down. You've got some internal rotation at the right shoulder. And breathing. Maybe the left palm comes to the floor, maybe not. Doesn't really matter so much. Keep turning your chest more towards the right. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, pivot on your heels. Turn your toes towards the right. And it's Skandasana. It's a side lunge, squatting down. If squatting's not appropriate, take that kneeling option and keep your hands on the floor. If your heel can come to the floor, even better. Lower the chest. Turn your left kneecap and toes to the ceiling. Taking your arms wide. Keep the right arm on the inside of the knee and twist. Raise the left arm up and breathe. Wrapping and binding if you did so on the other side. Keep turning the chest and the chin towards the left. Releasing, quarter turn to the right. So you're in a lunge with one hand on either side of your right foot. Remember that twist. Anchor the whole left palm down, raise your right arm up and turn your chest to the right. Holding and breathing, visualize side plank without dropping your right hand. Keep the right arm up. Roll to the outside of your left foot. So there's hip mobility there. Stack your right foot on top and then lift the hips. If you can, only the left foot is making an impression on the floor. Look up if it's available to you, tucking chin to right shoulder. Now you've got that option of bending the right leg into tree pose. Vriksasana with Vashisthasana. One more breath. There's a transition coming to wild thing. Take your right foot on the floor behind you. Move those left toes so they face away. Reach the right arm up and back, micro bending the left elbow. And then look down at the left mat, hand down. Move back into three-legged dog. And take your right shin forward into pigeon pose. So we're kind of where we started from. Take a quarter turn to the left, so your left hand holds your right foot. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over towards your left foot. Sweep it forward, up and around, right hand behind your buttocks, left arm sweeps up and over. So it's a modified wild thing on your right shin. Exhale, lower the buttocks. Sweep both arms up and around towards your left foot. Inhale, come back up. Last time, lifting up into this modified wild thing. And release, buttocks to the floor. Both hands to the top of the mat. And you're in down dog. We'll just go to the other side. Step your left foot, raise your left leg up in the air and place your left shin at the top of the mat in pigeon pose. Sliding the right leg away. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take a quarter turn to the right, bringing that right foot into the groin. Right arm on the inside of your right leg. Left arm up and over. Sweeping in front of you with both arms and over to the left for the twist. Left hand behind your buttocks, right arm up and over your chest. Lift the buttocks off the floor, reach back, open your chest and arm wide. Lower your buttocks, reach the right arm over to the left and sweep over to the right. Into that beautiful side stretch. Last time, breathing in to move. Breathing out to hold the stretch. Lower the buttocks to the floor. Both hands to the top of the mat. And moving into down dog. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. So we're just going to leave that flow for a minute. If you've got a yoga strap, you could loop it around your foot right now, your right foot. Left hand to your waist. Pistol grip the right big toe. A little knee bend in the left leg. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, holding your right leg. Breathing in, standing up tall. Left foot is rooted down to the floor. Right arm is helping you lift the right leg, holding here. So, option for the next pose could be holding your right knee and you're going to take your knee out to the side. Otherwise, holding the toe or strap, take your leg out to the right and then look towards your left shoulder. Breathing in, standing tall. Breathing out, turning your chin towards your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center with your foot. Bend your right leg, cross your ankle on top of your thigh and sit really low. Squat down into this low crouch. You might choose to come into the arm balance, Galavasana, or holding here. If you want an easier option, you could sit on your buttocks and take the stretch here, opening up through the hips. If you've come into the arm balance, perhaps you want to allow a little bit of time to jump back into plank. So choosing your options. And we're going to return to the back of the mat. Hanging and dangling your body upside down. So setting up for the next side, use your yoga strap. You're going to loop it around your left foot if that's what you did. Okay, and then you can stand up holding the strap. Or peace fingers around left big toe, all the way into the right foot. Bend the knee, inhale, come up. Lift the chin first so you're not dizzy. Rooting the right foot to the ground. Keep your torso upright. Shoulders back. So there's an expansive feeling with the upper part of the body, while there's a grounded, rooted earthiness to the lower part of the body, especially the foot. When you're ready and steady, open up. Take your left leg out to the left and look to the right. So remember that nice bent knee option if you prefer, holding the inside of your knee or holding toe or strap. Inhale, look to the front. Bring the leg back to the front and bend your left leg. Cross your foot on top of your thigh and then start to squat down. Squat down, bringing your hands to the floor, moving into that arm balance or holding, squatting down. It's a beautiful stretch here. Or taking your hands behind you and sitting the buttocks down. So really, it doesn't matter what option you take, they're all going to work the buttocks and the hip mobility. If you did take the arm balance, let's prepare to jump back. If you were sitting on your buttocks, I just want you to return to standing at the back of your mat. And then once you're at the back of the mat, holding onto elbows, you're going to bend one leg and then the other. And then finding your hand, your left palm to the floor, bend your left leg. I'm just going to show you my buttocks for a moment. Bend the left leg and drop your shoulder underneath that kneecap. Raise your right arm up and twist. And we're reaching the right arm around your back and left hands are going to bind. Now, if it's available to you, I want you to shift all the way into your right foot and lift your chest. Lift up until you're balancing on only your right foot. Get your shoulders back, and once you're steady, have a go of straightening your left leg and breathing in and out. Right foot rooted down, chest lifting, left leg straightening, shoulders open, prepared to exit the way we came in. Bend the left leg, replace the foot, release your arms. Option, take a little moment in child's pose or squat here. So take a rest in child's pose if you're tired, or another little transition, just kneel and bring your palms to the floor, wider than your knees, but the heel of the hand is just in front of your knees. And then lower your head to the floor. Now, control your elbows. Rather than your elbows splaying outwards, I want you to lock them in. Lock the elbows in. Find the very top of your head, the crown of your head. And you might roll forwards and backwards and enjoy that. Or if you want to go the next step, come into down dog. You might do a knee tap, knee to right tricep and put the foot back. Knee to left tricep and put the foot back. Make sure those arms are locked in. So play around with that. Maybe you'll bring both knees to your tricep. Pelvic floor is on. If you want to go further, you could be lifting the knees up to the ceiling, pressing with your palms, perhaps straightening your arms. So just choosing an option that suits you. And you can exit the same way, bringing the knees into the chest, knees to the tricep, and perhaps you could work on transitioning into a crow pose there by lifting the head. Those people in child's pose, you're just going to come up to sitting now. All right. Just swing your legs out in front, flexing your feet, just taking a breath in and a breath out. Leaning back for Savasana, lifting your legs, just 5 breaths. 1, 2, pelvic floor lifted. You can bend the knees if you want to make it easier. 3, lightness of being. 4, and 5. Cross your shins, roll forward or jump through to your vinyasa, and then end up standing at the top of your mat. So that means you can walk or jump your feet to the top of the mat. And then we're going to go to the other side. So excuse my butt. I want you to bend the right leg and take your right shoulder on the inside of the leg. Left arm can reach up as you add this twist. Wrap the left arm around your back, right arm in between your legs. So if you're not holding your hands, you can try it with a strap. Now bend the right leg and straighten the spine. All the way into the left leg, stand up, pop up. So you're trying to stand up as straight as you can with the body. Once you're upright, work on straightening both legs. Work on straightening the left standing leg and the right leg. So your right hamstring is contracting here while it's being stretched. You're stable and steady. Exit the way you came in. Bend the right leg, gently replace the foot, releasing your arms and hands to the floor. And then walk your knees back. Lower your knees to the floor. Take a moment, breathing in, breathing out. Ustrasana. Take your 2 fists between your knees. So that's about how wide apart your knees are. And then come up to kneeling. We're going to keep those hips over the knees. So like this, hips aren't over the knees. Keep the hips over the knees. Think about opening not only the front of the body, but the back of the body. So imagine the back of your spine and the front is lifting up and then arching back. Hands to your hips. Take a breath in. Breathe out, start to look back. Push the hips forward, shoulder blades in, breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, going back.
perhaps something in between, you will tuck your toes under and reach your hands for your heels. Keep pushing hips forward. If you like, you could do this with toes untucked. Easier option, keeping your hands still on your lower back. When it's time to come up, chin to chest, hands to back, exhale, buttocks to heels, taking a little breath. Okay, let's lie down on the belly and bend both legs. Have a go of reaching your hands for your feet. Be aware of the space between your knees and inner thighs. Have that squeezing in as you lift your knees and chest at the same time, and then hold and pause. Inhale, lift up a little more, and then exhale, hold. So put a little less effort into the pose and a bit more effort into the breath. Releasing hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the floor. Can you push your pubic bone into the floor and lift your belly button off the floor? Using palm pressure, lift straight up to the top of your plank and exhale back to down dog, breathing in and out. Okay, right leg steps in between your hands and put your left knee on the floor. Take your right arm so that it drops the shoulder underneath your knee. Hands down, lift your left knee. That might be where you stay, or have a go of straightening the right leg out in front. If you want a little more, shift the weight forward until you lift your left foot also off the floor. Swing it back, chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, choosing the option suitable for you today. Repeating on the other side. When you're ready, moving into down dog. Left foot steps between your hands and put your right knee on the floor. So you're dropping your left shoulder underneath the back of your left knee. Right knee off the floor. Start to engage the core a little more so that you can crawl your left foot forward and lift the leg. Lean in, lean forward, float the right foot off the floor. Holding for 5 breaths. And when you're done, taking child's pose. Push yourself up to kneeling, and then you can either just walk your feet in front or jump through to sitting. Coming into our closing sequence. Okay, we're going to bend both legs and roll your knees. So take your feet as wide as your mat, so they're pretty wide. And then you're going to roll your knees to the right. And then walk your hands behind you as far as you can to your right. And then lower your chest. And then just experiment with straightening the left arm and lowering the left chest, or keeping your palms to the floor or elbows to the floor. Inhale, let's press up. Exhale to untwist. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just from where you are, lower your knees to the left. So starting with your feet wide, so that when you lower them to the left, the knees and thighs and feet, they're not touching each other. It's this open shape. Walk your hands around behind you to the left. And lower your chest. I'm going to play around with straightening or bending the right arm. If you're really flexible, maybe you can bring the right ear to the floor. Inhale, let's come all the way up and untwist. Grab your yoga block or a cushion or something firm. Something that's going to elevate your spine. You're going to place it high up on your back. Choose your level. Remember, this block has 3 different heights. 1, 2, 3. Might want to just start on the lowest setting. Now, the soles of the feet are together with the knees open wide like a butterfly position, hands cupping the back of your head and reclining. You might want to put an additional block underneath your head if you feel that the floor's too far away. If the back bend feels a little easy, of course, go ahead and raise the height of the block. You might even be able to stack 2 blocks on top of each other. Feeling open and expansive. To exit the pose, all you need to do, so you're holding your head, is draw your elbows in, and then that will lift your head to a nice neutral position. And then palms to the floor to lift up the rest of the way. You could move your feet forward a little more or keep those heels close to the groin. As you fold forward, rounding the back. Inhale, coming up, a final twist to end. So we're going to move into Ardha Matsyendrasana. You could keep that left leg straight or bent, and we're going to cross the right foot over the top. Wrap your left arm around your right thigh and take your right hand behind you. It's behind your tailbone, and you're twisting, looking over your right shoulder. So just remembering you can take the option of the left leg bent or straight. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, derotate to the left. We'll do a simple swap. You can lean back just to uncross your legs the other way. If it's difficult for your buttocks to touch the floor, just straighten your right leg. So the left leg is bent. Wrapping the right arm around your left thigh, taking that twist. The back hand sits you up and forward on your tailbone. The right arm engages you deeper into the twist, bringing your chin over your left shoulder. Steady breathing, feeling what you need to feel, and letting go of what you need to release. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, a little derotation. And then come back to the front with your legs out in front of you and lie down on your back. Get yourself in a comfortable position for Savasana. You've arrived at this beautiful meditative state. Press the back of your head into the floor so you can lift your shoulders off the floor for a moment and draw your shoulder blades, your scapula in a little bit more towards each other. That way your lungs feel really open and it's easy to breathe.
Bring the backs of your palms to the floor. And allow a deep sense of peace and quiet to settle upon you. You've done the hard work to quiet the mind and to still the body. Allowing the heart rate to slow. And the breath is deep, rhythmic, but also slow. Belly is soft. So we've started off with some yin poses and done a more dynamic flow with a few challenges with arm balances in there. And now we return to this beautiful restful state. Staying here for as long as you choose. If you're ready to leave the practice, perhaps you'd like to bend your knees and roll to one side. Just keeping the eyes closed, preserving those last few moments of solitude. Reflecting on the intention that you set for yourself at first. And then coming up to sitting. Peace be with you. Namaste.